to WAEC Mathematics Theory question number 9. Question A. The angle of elevation of the top of a 75-meter tower from a ship and a boat are 26.4 degrees and 57.4 degrees respectively. Given that the ship, boat, and the foot of the tower are on the same horizontal. Question I. Illustrate the information in a diagram. Question II. Calculate the three significant figures, the distance between the ship and the boat. All right. Looking at this question, the real world logic knows that a tower is built on a beach. But I think that WAEC here left a very big loophole. They should have specified the positions of the ship and the boat. And based on this missing information, I would say that this one question has two correct answers based on the mathematical logic. What does that mean? Let me go by first method, the conventional method that a tower is built on the beach. Okay, therefore the boat and the ship are on the same side. But there is another logic that both of them can be on the opposite sides. That is why I came up with the point of mind that this question has two correct answers because of that missing information. Therefore, on the first scenario, I can draw this information based on the question I that I should draw it and represent it as a diagram. This represents the tower. It could be possible that this ship and the tower, sorry, the ship and the boat are on the same side. So let here be the position of the boat and here the position of the ship. Therefore, this is angle 90 and this is the height of the tower, which is 75 meters. Now, the angle of elevation on the horizontal ground for the boat is given as 57.4 degrees, okay? While the angle of elevation of the ship is also given as 26.4 degrees. Both the boat and the ship are still on the horizontal, the same horizontal as they have said. Okay, now let us do the solving. This is the diagram that is required. This is the top of the tower and this is the foot of the tower. That is what is required for question AI, number 9. Now, the calculation at AII, okay, we are asked to find the distance between the boat and the ship. And that means, going by this logic I will use tan theta. So tan 57.4 is equal to 75, the height of the tower, which is the opposite, all over FB, that is distance between the boat and the foot of the tower. Therefore, by cross multiplication, I am going to have that the distance between the boat and the foot of the tower is now going to be 75 divided by tan 57.4. Okay. Now, working it out, I am going to get the value of tan 57.4 as this is 75 all over 1.5636. And when the division is taken, I will have it that 75 divided by 1.5636. That is going to give me 47.966 meters. Okay, now this is the distance between the boat and the foot of the tower. Now, moving forward, let us find, remember what we are asked to calculate is the distance between the ship and the boat, not the boat and the foot of the tower. All right. I will take it again this way. Tan 26.4 is equal to 75, the height of the tower, all over FB plus SB. Okay? Therefore, this means that FB plus SB will be equal to 75 divided by tan 26.4. What does that mean? I just did a cross multiplication here. All right? And that implies that I will find tan 26.4. And that is going to give me 75 divided by tan 26.4 is equal to 0.4964. And when the division is taken, that becomes 75 divided by 0.4964. And it is equal to 151.08. In conclusion, distance, okay, between the boat and the ship will now be 151.08 subtract 47.966, and that is going to give us minus 47.966, which is equal to, excuse me, okay, so this is equal to 103.121 meters. But to the question say to three significant figures, we should make our final answer to be 103 meters to 3 SF. This is the first answer. Very correct. Okay. Now, the second scenario where I said that mathematical logic can also prove that this question has two correct answers is this situation whereby this is the tower, that is scenario 2. This is the tower, the height is 75 meters. Now, let it be that the ship, okay, is on the eastern side, making an angle of elevation of 26.4 degrees, all right, from the foot of the tower. And also the boat, this is the ship, and also the boat is by the western side, still on the same horizontal line, okay, making an angle of elevation of 57.4. This is also mathematically correct. So here is 90 degrees, here also is 90 degrees, and this is the boat. What does that mean? The distance between the ship and the boat, is 151.08. While the distance between the boat and the foot of the tower is 47, okay, 0.966. Therefore, if you go by this drawing as your AI, you can now see that your AII, the calculation, which is the question, find the distance between the boat and the ship, will now be 47.966 plus 151.08. It is correct. Okay, and we add it. Let's add, I have 47.966 plus 151.08, and that is going to give me 199.046. Okay, therefore, to three significant figures, my answer will be 199 meters. This is also to 3 SF. Okay, 3 SF. All right, this is why I said this one question has two answers, because of that lack of information that failed to specify the positions of the ship and the boat. All right. This solves question A in number 9, WAEC 2026. Let's look at question B. A sector of a circle has a radius of 18 cm and it subtends an angle of 120 degrees at the center of the circle. Find the correct to 5 significant figures, the area of the sector. All right, let's do this question. B part. On B part, 9B. Okay, this is how a sector is drawn. Okay, with an arc and 2 radii. Here is 18 centimeters. Here is 18 centimeters. And the angle subtended at the center is given as 120 degrees. But area of a sector is given by theta all over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. All right, going by this formula, we can now simply calculate the area of this sector. And that means that from the value of the angle given, I will write the value of theta now is 120 all over 360, then multiply by 22 all over 7, then multiply by 18, multiply by 18 again because of r square. And that means that the area, excuse me, okay, all right. So that means that the area now, using my calculator, is going to be 120 multiplied by 22 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 18. And that is going to give me 855, 360. Then the whole of this divided by 360 multiplied by 7, which is 2,520. And when the division is taken, divided by 2,520, that is going to give us 339.4285. But the question said that our answer should be to 5 significant figures. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this 8 has to be rounded up, and that will now give us 339.432 okay? This is the final answer to question number 9 of WAEC 2026. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. All right, bye.